Hey, what's going on, Transverse? I am here and I am back. I'm sorry I've been gone. I know it's been like 2 months, but a lot's going on, and then especially now in this pandemic, you can't go anywhere or do anything. So I've just been kind of home and I haven't been alone. So that's also the other problem is it's hard to film because I usually sit at the table, but because I sit up here, everybody else sits around the house, and so it's kind of hard for me to do that in my privacy. But I'm here and I want to talk about the COVID 19, and I want to talk about this quarantining and what we can do and what you can do to help, better this whole process. And so, first off, let's start off with the essential businesses and the people who work there. So, when you go outside to go to these essential businesses, please try to limit yourselves one family member per household. I know that's tough and I know that's not going to be something anybody wants to hear, but we have to do it. And we have to stress that on everybody, because if you limit those people out of your house to one per, the lines in the grocery stores and the essential businesses are now less and they decrease. So from this, they go to maybe like this. And I mean it like that because there are some families, especially where I'm from right now, that have more than that in their household, and that's just kind of sad. And so if you limit all those people to the one per, then that means that's why our lines will be like this. And that'd be grateful to those people who work at the essential businesses and grocery stores, because then they're coming in less contact and less chances of being exposed as to yourselves as well. Because your children could be sick without you even knowing it, and they could be possibly passing this around and not knowing it. And then that's exposing other children, other people, other workers, and all the essential people, that need to be out there. And I think that's the only way we're going to get rid of this thing, is by limiting the amount of people we go. Because I see that the stores are now limiting per people in the store. And I'm not going to name places, but like where I work, it is essential that we let in 10 at a time and 10 out. But even then, that's not enough, because there's still 100-something people in the grocery store, where that's almost like a usual day for us. So that's not saving anybody. You need to make it to where those 10 go in, then they come out, and you let in another 10. And I know that sounds kind of stupid, but I mean, if 10 people are in the stores at one time, that means it's a lesser chance for anybody. I mean, if not just 10, maybe 20, let me see, I want to show you guys something as well, speaking of this pandemic, but, we just gotta limit it. And then when you do go to the stores, if it is essential that you bring your child with you because you don't have anybody else, or just for whatever reason, please make sure that you and them limit yourself on what you touch, because even as an essential worker, you're exposing myself and everybody else as well by touching those items. It's like you try on a pair of shoes. Take those shoes to the front of the store and be like, hey, I just wanted to let you know I tried these on. I'm not sick, but just because you don't want someone else to, try on that shoe or whatever, not saying you have to, but you just be mindful of other people around you and your surroundings. Please. I cannot stress enough, because I'm still seeing, every day people doing it. They're touching items, they're leaving them places and not putting them back. And even putting them back, that's not safe. But, again, if you're not going to buy the item, don't pick it up or touch it, because that's still, germs go everywhere. It's like on your clothes, too. And they just attack each other everywhere. And so if we limit what we touch, we are limiting the chances of risking ourselves and others of getting this COVID-19 or any other kind of disease. You feel me and you understand me? So we have to do that, and then make sure that you are throwing your gloves away. Please stop leaving them in grocery carts and leaving them on your grocery store parking lots. It is disgusting. I'm sick of seeing them. And I cannot even tell you how many I friggin' see a day. And I, trust me, do not pick those up, because, not to be rude, but I am not trying to get sick. If somebody else was sick, I'm not touching it, and I'm sorry, but we have people that come, at least where I work, in the morning, and they deal with that, and I let them take it all. And I know that's gypped up to say, because I should be protecting the people around me, but not to be rude, I'm not touched. And I don't like gloves. They make me want to throw up. Gloves just are disgusting. But I know we have to wear them, so we do. And make sure your masks, I'm seeing those around too. If you can, get someone to make you a mask. I just got this beautiful, gorgeous one yesterday, and I could not stress enough how cute it is. And I'm assuming it's washable, so you can wash that. Because if you're not going to do it, make sure you disinfect your mask at home. And if you're reusing your gloves, same thing. Spray them with disinfectant. Hang them up. Let them air dry it in the sun. It kills the germs. If not, hang them in the sun anyways, and it kills the germs. That way we can get rid of anything that attaches itself to our gloves and our masks, especially when this crucial time right now, you can't even find them. So with what we've all got, I know we've all got a squeeze. So if we could just take the precautions and then you go out, you come home. You limit those people to one per, so this also saves you your money on your bills because you're doing less showers and less of everything else. Because if not, when you go out, you come home, take your shoes off, disinfect them, leave them by the doors. Make sure you take your clothes off, put them in a basket, and put on a pair of clothes that only you could wear in the house, that you're not going to wear anywhere else, so you know you're safe. And then make sure you take a shower immediately and wash the germs that from wherever you've come from off, because you don't know what it is that you might have come in contact with or from whom, because we're not going to think, necessarily when we're in public, we're not really going to be thinking of who might be sick. Essentially, some are, yes, and some don't. But the ones that don't, those are the people that we need to stress on get in that damn shower. Because, you could have came in contact with someone. And then there are those that, let me tell you this, mind you, that there are some that are grabbing grocery carts and they're not sanitizing them. So please make sure that you take care of yourself as well. And that's why we stress that every customer and every guest in any store and any essential business, gloves, masks, and all your precautions. And if you're taking children, please give them damn stuff too, because you know what, I'm not seeing it on them, and they're, it's a high risk, maybe not for them, but still, they can get it, anybody can get it. So please, please, please take those precautions. Make sure you take the sanitary steps. If you don't know, Google it. Seriously, I cannot stress it anymore. Like, I do it every day at work. I tell people, please take the caution and the steps that you can, because it's not safe anymore, and I'm scared to go to work, which is why I'm trying to get the word out to limit the amount of people. Because like I said, you put in 10 people and 10 come out. That's still not enough, like they're still not social distancing. I know the other day I saw a couple of taco stands, out there, and a couple of the fruit stands, and then I see the people on the wheels with the chips and the corns. No offense, I know you got to make money, but this is not safe. And why would you want to? I'm sorry, but I wouldn't want to eat from those people right now, because they could be sick and they're exposing all that stuff outside. That is just sick. And it's weird, because thinking about it now, I would have done this back in the day. I would have been like, oh, whatever, it's cool, because I like doing that kind of stuff and ordering from those people. But now it makes me think, is that even safe anymore, no matter even in a pandemic? Because I don't know, man, it's scary to think, and I wonder what's going to happen at the end of this. I wonder when it'll end, which is why I'm talking about we need to stress on all this so it can end soon than later. But I'm only wondering, are people going to change? Are they going to go back to being the same usual a-holes and putsies that they already were? Because I hope this is for the better for us. I hope we change, and I hope that we can make a difference. And I'm sorry to say that this had to take this long for this to finally happen to the globe, and in a sad, tragic way that we lose all these people over it. But hopefully we now realize that this is serious, and we can start doing more for our people and our country and our globe for the future. Because if not, these younger generation aren't going to get anything, like no graduation, no proms, no none of that. And that's a whole experience in itself. And, learning from home, that's cool and all, and I get it, because there are some people that just have to, and there are those rich people that can afford that, and nowadays everybody has to do it. But, I feel like you kids deserve the chance to be able to enjoy playing on the playground with their friends, on the one chance they get. Because, I read a post the other day as well that it was saying that something, oh God, my friend posted it. It's about the topic I'm on, about how sometimes that's the safest place for kids that are being abused at home to go, because they have people to hang out with. They're in a safer environment, only essentially, and when there's not a tragedy happening at a school either, and then they get food and all the essentials, and they're, sometimes that's a better place for those kids or those people. And so we got to think about it, it's better that way for some of those people to go. And I First of all, wish I could go back because I took school for granted and I never wish I would have because honestly, it's the best years of anybody's life as a kid. Like, it's sad because, they're young and they can't do much, but I mean, take what they get because they get everything handed to them. They don't have to pay for nothing. And shoot, if I was a kid again, I'd be asking for all the goodies. And if my parents had the money, like, back then, now, shit, I could be getting all the goodies, but they don't. But I mean, I'm okay with that, I make do with what I get. But, Christ, yeah, no, we gotta just take all the precautions. And then, being in quarantine, some of the things you can do, I saw it on Facebook, I think it was, as well. A dad had posted a couple pictures about movie night, and it said, like, $1 equals one hug, and then adults $2 or something for a hug or something like that. I don't remember exactly if that's what that meant, but it was cool because he also printed out these, like, individual movie ticket admit ones, and they were so cute. And I'm thinking, for those people who have movie theaters built in their homes, that is so amazing to do that because that's even a better experience. But even if you don't have one, and if you just have, like, I can try to show you real quick. If you're just like me and you got, like, a basic setup like that, it's still just as fun. Just go in or what you could do, and this could be even better, is go in your bedroom, and depending on how some people's bedrooms are, try to build your bed into a fort, and then put the TV on and watch a movie and just lay there. I think that'd be kind of cool. Get a tent and put a tent in your house and pretend like you're camping. Like, do the experience, like live it, and get popcorn and candy because all the dollar stores are open. So as long as you're taking the precaution and the one per family member going, go pick it up, go pick up some little goodie, go get some, go to the dollar store, pick up some cheesy toys. I know that's kind of cheapo, or if you've got money, go get some good ones, and do goodie bags for your kids, and do like little hunts around the house. I know Easter's coming, and I don't know what's going to happen with that, but we could do like Easter egg hunts around the house, put change in it, or give something for your kids, to look forward to, at least when they get the chances to, and at least let them know, be like, hey, do this. And then, you can also teach them to do cleaning around the house. Now's the time to do it. Teach them to cook. As bad as it sounds, prepare them for the future. Like, we don't know what's going to happen right now. So, let them know that, hey, if for some reason something ever bad happens worse than this, at least you know how to do this. Give them the, hey, this is how you call 911, shout you need to call. Teach your kids, no matter what age they are, start teaching them now. Give them the chance and teach them to be sanitary. That's all we can do. Heck, I was just in my room the other day cleaning, and I found my sanitary book because I had took a sanitation class. Because, being in the food industry for my business, that's, what I gotta know. So it's a good thing I have that. And I think a lot of people need to educate themselves. And for those who don't, get up on it. You don't need the book to do it. You can go to Google and type it in, and stuff will come up, like that's, anybody can find anything on Google. Google's like my best friend. But, yeah, let's see what else. You gotta just take the time to, do it now because, we all talk about, like, what can we do and what do we want to do, and now we have free time. Let's take the chance and, teach. Because, they got school, but you could do the same thing. You could just do, like I said, how schools do it, like, do, like, a grid, put stars on it, and however many stars, then after so many, your kid could pick a prize, or you just do something. And if you got birthdays coming up, I know it's kind of hard, go on Zoom, I guess, and you can try that. Or, if anything, just like do a small gathering and then just tell, like, your kids that are young, let them know that, hey, it's okay if we don't do something now, we can do something later when this is over with. Is that okay? Like, do a rain check and tell your kid, what would you like to do for your birthday? And then when they tell you, write that on a note and consent to it. You know how, like, the cute things that parents do to their kids, so that if their kid comes back, be like, oh, but you signed. And then the parent looks and goes, damn, it's one of those, like, I've seen it in movies, and it's funny, and it's cute, honestly. It's like a little rain check. Give them a rain check and tell them, okay, well, hit me up when this is over with, and we'll see where we stand, and what the money situation's like, and we'll work on something. And that's the best you could do, because I was just saying, for my birthday this past, March, since it started, I was like, you know what? Let's just not do anything. I said, why don't we just? I think I ended up. What was it? No, we didn't do anything. Yeah, that's right. Only my dad, my sister, and I ended up going to dinner. But like my grandma and stuff was wanting to do something, and I told her, I said, you know what? I said, I don't care right now if I get anything or what I do. I said, I just want everybody to be safe. I said, especially with what's going on right now. And then I have a bunch of family members, like elderly, that are like really like, if they go out, I stress that they would get it and die immediately, which is sad because they're fragile. So like, I worry about that. So I was like, you know what? Don't even bother. I said, even with you, I said, don't bother. I said, I don't care. I said, we can work on it sometime after. I said, heck, we could even do it Easter or whenever the time is that we get around, or maybe we could do it Father's Day or Mother's Day. I mean, whatever comes, we can try, because I said, if not, oh well, we'll get there when we get there. I mean, if we have to do it all at once, fine. That's good with me, because I said, I'd rather take the precautions than try to go out and, risk somebody I know getting sick. So anyway, more of the things you can do with quarantining is you can also play games. Like myself, I just got, let's see if I can show you, I got this. I just got it off of Amazon the other day. We actually just got a new other game down there, and today should be my controller, my dad's controller, but I'm probably going to hoard it from him, because I do that, but I'm going to probably, it should be coming. We also got our charging station yesterday, so I'm excited, and I'm glad, because I wasn't initially going to buy the game, but he finally let me open up the PS4, and I'm still trying to figure out, mind you, how to play that game, because I have never played The Sims 4 before, and I've played all the other ones, and I'm not the only one that said this. A coworker of mine even agreed last night, saying how it's so weird that it's not like the old ones, because the older ones were different, and he plays on computer, and I'm just like, dang, I wish I could, but I don't have a good computer, which also brings me to why I'm on, a crappy phone right now, but anyway, I'll get to the figuring out how to play the game soon. I mean, it's quarantine season. It's the best you can do. And then you can also find other things like Monopoly. Let me show you. Let me go get a couple of other games that I know. Oh, I think there's like another one on my table. And I might actually play this. I'll show you guys if I can find what else I'm looking for. I don't know, but I can just bring them up. Yeah, I got a couple of things I can show you guys, but anyway, I had another card game up here. I don't know where it went, but I also have a bunch of other things. But one of the things you can do is you can also get like, let me move this out of the way. You can also get like a basic set of like cards, and you can play. These ones are cool. Let me close it up because I don't know why I don't know how it got open, but I was going to give it to a friend, and then I found out, that this friend was going to get rid of it, and I was like, no, I'll keep this. It says December 6th of 2018, 10 a.m., table BJ-4, and it says the name. I don't know who it is, but it looks like it might be like Chinese or something, but it's kind of cool. And so you can also get cards like this, and you can play with your family, and I like it because this is from Jerry's Nugget, and that's funny because that's actually where my friend works. Funny story, and it's sad because I miss it. Like, Vegas is cool, but it's just sad because, again, that's also why I'm stressing. We need to get this on the go. We need to get people to stay home because all those people in Vegas and all those casinos are losing money, and it's not fair to them. And then it just sucks because then you can't go on vacation. And I know all those people that are spring breakers are wanting to spring break. Well, the sooner this is over, the faster you can get back to it, I'm sure. Unless the government tries to tell us some crappy scam again. Who knows? But anyway, you can also get games like Uno. And then I have one of my favorites, which I always play by myself. You can also get Mancala. I love it. It's the greatest thing I've ever gotten. And it's funny because I have another version of this somewhere hidden. I don't know. It's up in my closet somewhere. But I love it. It's such a fun game to play. And you can get them about almost anywhere. This one came from Ross for about like $5, which is not too bad. I got it as a gift. It was funny because a family member had given it to me for a gift for Christmas recently. Within the last 3 years, and I'm like, no offense, but I'm an adult. I'm 27. I mean, I'm 28 now, but I think I was 25 or 26, and I'm like, not to be rude, but why? Sorry, but why? Anyway, you can get games like that and play around, I have other games like Monopoly, I have Life, Yahtzee's pretty good. There's also phone games. Not that you want to dig yourself on the phones because, listen, you already got your kids on the freaking tablets and phones anyways, and then the video games, and that's why I'm saying take the chances now to, regain, with your kids, take the time to cherish the moments you can with them, do videos, film it, share it with the globe, share your stories, you got something you want to talk about it, let somebody know you want to be heard, do fun stuff, do pranks or whatever makes you happy, buy goodie bags and put them out for your kids when the time is right. They do something good, like your cat or your dog does, give them a treat. There you go. Give them something, Make it worthwhile. It's like when the holidays come up, like I think I mentioned, or maybe not, but do Easter hunts around the house. I remember as a kid I used to get money, but nowadays it's not even like that, I'm sure. But still, do something, try to, I'm making a roast and it smells divine, guys. I'll have to show you guys, but anyway, make it worthwhile, teach them things, get them to understand, like I'm cooking, teach them to cook, like I mentioned, I believe, get them to clean, vacuum, have them take out the garbage, or you got a house with a pool, go swimming, utilize it, and trust me, swimming would be the best option, especially because those have chlorine, which is bleach, and that kills everything, as we all know, and if you've got other things like swing sets and all that, please, anything you touch out in your yard, please spray and clean it with, because you don't know whether anybody's been on it or not in a while. You want to make sure it's always disinfected, and anytime you do anything like that, because that's the number one thing you can do, or at least immediately wash your hands afterwards, and try not to touch your eyes or your face when you're out in public. God Lord, I'm seeing it a lot, and I'm just like, why? Like, don't you know that's not safe? It's like my pops came home today and was telling me, some idiot at the post office was like, I didn't know that what the red lines were for. What? You gotta stand 6 feet away? What is this? And I'm just like, if I was there, I would have been like, what do you mean, what is this? Hello? Back the hell up. It's COVID-19, damn it. Like, excuse my cursing, but, that's common sense right there. And this is why I'm also here, is educate these people. We need to stress it. I cannot be no furthermore. And honestly, I'm so close to calling one of the news stations, to getting on and doing like a whole, hey, let me get on your news and podcast of how bad we need to stress this to the people of the globe. I was going to say the United States, but I'm like, no, the globe, because it's not just us, but whatever countries are going through it too, I feel them, and I understand that they need to try to do the same as we. I mean, unfortunate, we are the low grade because we're not as far, like I think I heard my mom said that my grandma was watching the news the other day, and I think she said that China was already back to its normal routine, and I'm like, isn't that nice? I said, yeah, great. The country that started it's back to living like a normal basis. I says, why the hell can we not get on the same page, Like, what the heck? And that's just sad. That just shows you what kind of government and presidency we have. And, like, I hope that this ends soon so we can get that lousy man out of his office and get somebody else. I mean, I'm going all for Bernie Sanders. Trust me, I had some other people in mind, but since they dropped out, unfortunately, it's now up. My now pick is Bernie, and I've always been for Bernie, even the first round that he was in back before when the last one, but he didn't get in, and I voted for him. And that sucks, and that's another thing is educate your people, you got your children there. Educate them on presidencies and stuff, like since, you got your grandma and grandparents, that's the best thing is now that I think about it, I think I read something on this for the schools, but like, when it comes to schools, you've got history and stuff. Well, if they need to learn that, have the elderly generation, have them teach them. You teach them. You've been through stuff. They've been through stuff. I'm sure some of them have been through, like, I know some people around that have been through World War. I think my grandfather was in one of the wars. I'm not sure, but I know he was. I could get education from him. I'm just saying, like, get education from those people and teach your children right from wrong, and especially politics. I know nobody wants to hear this, but teach your kids this, because I wish I would have. I honestly am clueless about politicians and all that stuff when it comes to voting. I know nothing about anybody or who anybody is, and that's sad. And honestly, for our future, we need to teach these kids now, because if we don't do it now, when are we going to do it? Seriously, like, we need them to know, because they're the ones that are going to keep this globe going for the rest of eternity, of however long that happens. Unless another pandemic happens down the road somewhere, then we're all screwed again. Okay, I don't know what we do then, but, we got to teach them so that way we could make sure we don't get another Agent Orange in office ever again, because no offense, but this sucks. I mean, and it's sad because I'm getting used to this being the average norm of having a cruddy ass president and being locked in my house like I'm in prison. And honestly, it's sad, but you know, I'm making the best of it. Like I said, I've got my game, I've got all my, you know, cards, I've got everything, you know. If I had a bigger channel, I'd say P.O. Box me stuff, and I'd P.O. Box back, but my channel's not all the way there yet, unfortunately, but one day. And then, like I said, also, you know, make sure you wear your masks and be safe. Shoot, I was going to say, I don't know what else I wanted to talk about. I had so much to talk about, but me, being me, and having to film so many dang times because my phone is a putz, yeah, let's see, I want to see, oh look, you guys, I'm going to show you my kitty, and then I was going to show you guys my roast. Hey kitty, say hi Juliana, say hi Juliana, say hi Julie, look at my baby, she's going to scratch at me, so I'm going to leave, but she's so cute, I love her. Anyways, guys, let me show you my roast, and then we will head this out, and I'll try to be back as soon as I can. I just, you know, with this pandemic going on, and whatever have you, I just gotta take myself with precautions. Ooh. Sorry about that. I gotta close this bag. Nothing's in it now. I had my avocados in here. Harvesting. And of course, I'm gonna throw this bag out because the bag is no longer used. But anyway, let me show you guys my roast, and you guys will be happy. This is what it looks like cooking with me. I got all the essentials in there, and it smells so good. Ugh, I love it. Anyways, you guys, hope you guys have a great rest of your, what is today? Yeah, Monday. Good luck with this quarantine, and I'll try to be back as soon as I can, but just make the best of it, as we all got.